in the Philippines, and I was in a coffee shop, and there was a guy, he had a Bible in front of him, he was taking notes. So, you know, I said, let me have obviously it looked like he's a Christian. So I said to myself, let me have a conversation with this brother. So I said to him, so what are you studying? And, you know, he told me the Bible, and, you know, we start talking, and then he said, I know your voice. He said, you do? I heard this voice before. So really? He said, and then he and then he says to me, are you Christian, Prince? You should see when he said it, you know, like he was. I said, maybe. What? You know? And then he called his wife, and he said, guess who is here? She said to him, what? He said, please guess who is here with me right now in the table. She said, don't tell me Christian Prince. I could not believe it, you know. It was like a candy camera. I said, this is set up. How in the world the wife, she knew that this is a Christian Prince? I was like, what? Because he put her on speaker. He said, yes, this is a Christian Prince. He said to him, you are losing your mind. You talk about him in the morning, you talk about him at night, you keep watching his videos, and now you think he's with you. He said, honest to God, he is with me. That's why she guessed that he is going to say Christian Prince. He said, who? Christian Prince? And then he said, talk, say something. I said, like, well, say what? He said, yeah, just like now, say anything. Did you hear him? She said, I heard little, what he's. So I talk, I said, hello. She said, this is a joke. I said, how are you doing? She said, so you are really a Christian Prince? I said, yeah. What? You know? And then he explained to me, because he gave her a headache and she complained. Because he kept talking, did you see what Christian Prince said? Did you see what he did? Did you watch this video? So she said to him, okay, I know who is with you now. Must be Christian Prince. Yeah, it was a nice thing, actually. Once I did a seminar in the Philippines too. We have like a break from the seminar, or I think the break or the end. Anyway, like we are not talking in the stage no more. And two girls, they came, and I was shaking hands with people, you know, introducing themselves. And there's two girls that are waiting for people to slow down, coming to me. And then I said, yes, how I can help you, you know? She said, I have a question. I said, what? I said, are you Christian Prince? Because they don't introduce me as a Christian Prince, you know? Yeah. I said, maybe. She said, see, I told you, this is his voice. So her and the other girl, they were saying, she told her, this is a Christian Prince. She said, no. You know? She said, no, this is him. So after, you know, I finished talking, they come to me and they were like, they want to check. And she said, see, I told you. And because I don't sugarcoat things, you know, so when they present me to talk about the topic, the guy will, the priest, or let's say the minister of the church, he will stand on the stage, he will say, today our guest is kind of a different kind of teacher. You know, he's trying like to explain to them the disaster is going to happen. You know what I mean? Like preparing them for the, you know, like he is kind of a different, and like, now I'm saying to myself, by the time he present what I will say, the people will leave because he's scaring the hell of them. He kind of like, he is not like the ones we used to hear, like he don't sugarcoat things. So you might hear from him some things maybe you don't like or don't used to hear before, like blah, 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 you know. And I was saying to myself, give me the microphone before they leave, man. Like they will go out. If you continue talking like this, people will leave, you know. So like, what this guy will talk about? Like people looking at each other. What will happen now? What is this? You know? Yeah. So like, you know, prepare yourself. He is not like the average normal. You know, he is a straightforward. You know, and then I could not take it. This guy, because he make it too much. So I went to the stage. I said, I think it's time for me to talk now, I guess, right? It's time for... He said, this is exactly what I'm telling you, see? Let me introduce for you our brother here. Yeah. And then, after we start talking, always most of those churches, they were afraid that people will not really have a good reception for the topic. But what happened always is the opposite. Each time I go to a church, I get invited by 10 more churches. Because what they do in the seminar, they invite ministers from other churches. So the second I go down from the stage, I'm done, I got right away invitation. When we can have you to come to our church? What date? Can we preserve you for this Sunday or this, etc.? Yeah. So in the beginning, people, they will be like worry, not sure, because they don't know me much really. But then after, people love it. First, it's a comedy. You will see people dying from laughing, nobody is yawning, nobody is sleeping, not like in normal seminars, because this is a real comedy. Especially I'm like in person there, I went to a city, I don't know how many Filipinos here. There's any Filipinos? I went to a city, it's called Cagayan de Oro in the Philippines. You enter the airport, you are with ISIS. The mosque is in the corner, in the airport itself. The flag of ISIS is 50 meters away from the airport. You can ask any Filipinos. They told me, don't go there. This is where terrorists are all over. And actually, not long after, ISIS took over of a city very close to it. It's called Marawi. I don't know if you heard the news. And it took the Filipino army, I think, more than a month to take back the town. So they told me, don't go there. This is a lot of terrorists there, And when I arrived at the airport, I found a bunch of Christians, brothers, and they are heavily armed, to protect me. It's like a, bodyguard. They were nervous. I was not. I trust my Lord. I go. I don't, I'm not really worried. But for them, they were very worried. And it was a very nice seminar, actually. I have some pictures, actually, of the seminar. Philippines will become an atheist country anytime soon? That is impossible, because if you know the Filipinos, you know that this is not true. Filipinos, Filipinos are religious people, and for sure there's good things about every nation. But Filipinos are very nice people, very kind. They are good-hearted people, and they are religious. So when you say they will become atheist, I believe this is maybe one of the last countries in the world to become an atheist. Actually, in the Philippines, I have many nice friends, and some of them, they are famous. Maybe some of you know them. I don't know if Filipinos here, they knew Mary Kiyamo. How many of you know Brother Mary? Mary Kiyamo. He's an actor, and he is a TV host. And I was invited through him to the 700 Club in the Philippines, and I recorded a program with them. I'm sure the Filipinos here, they knew who I'm talking about. Very nice people. Last time I went to the Philippines, I met with many senators. I went with the foreign minister. I met with the founder of the Constitution of the Philippines. He is the vice president of the senators. I met with his son. He is a senator now, and he is a vice president of the senator too, which means his father was before him. I met with the spokesman of the president, Duterte. He's a spokesman. I mean, I met with many important people. Because at that time they were discussing the peace agreement with the Muslims in the south of Philippines, and I went there for consulting. Have you ever gone teaching Filipinos about Islam during your visit to Philippines? Yes, I did many seminars, and thousands of people attended. And actually, there's some seminars were very small. I remember once there was a seminar. I don't know what was the occasion that people could not come, so there was only few people. This is the only one I have only few people in the seminar. But usually a lot of people come. And actually, when I do seminars, they don't advertise it. Only one seminar, they put Christian Prince. Only one seminar. The rest, they did not say. Actually, I have a picture of it. They put a big sign, you know, like those long signs, you know, they put it in front of the church. I don't know what the topic it was. I can find the picture. I have a picture for it. Actually, you know what? Let me find the picture. Hold on. You want to see, guys? This is from a seminar I did in Cagayan de Oro. And actually, you will find right away there's Muslims attending the seminars. There was many Muslims actually attending the seminar. Anyone here from Cagayan de Oro? For sure, if you are from that area, you will know the church I went to. And as you see here, there's a Muslim. She is wearing hijab. Muslim women. I don't know if you can see her. You know, they attend the seminar. And there was hundreds and hundreds of people. Let us try something else. Anyway, I mean, there is pictures, but I wanted to find that picture when they said the Christian Prince, because usually they don't advertise using the word Christian Prince when I go. So the title was Understanding Islam. Understanding Islam. Then we have to go down. Everything you wanted to know about Islam, but we're afraid to ask. And this was March 25th, Saturday at 8 a.m. Multi-purpose hall, because they have many, you know, places. With author and apologist, expert Christian Prince. Admission is for free. Sorry, it took us some time to find it, but we found it. It was a very long, I mean, that's why I took a picture of it. You know, I found it like it was ridiculous long, big, you know, so people can see from far away. And, you know, because usually people who attend seminars, there's fees. So I insisted to make it clear that nobody should pay anything when they join us. Yeah. So understanding Islam, everything you wanted to know about Islam, but we're afraid to ask, March 25th. This is the good thing about pictures. Here now we remember when even the date was for this thing. Yeah, I have Muslims, as I showed you. Actually, once a Muslim, he stood, he says, what do you think? I heard that you, you know, support Israel. What do you think about Israel taking the land of the Muslims? So I said to him, Abdul, do you have the Quran? He said, yes, I have the Quran. Said, okay, open Quran chapter 5, verse 21, and read it for us. He said, what? He said, open Quran chapter 5, verse 21, and read it for us. He opened the Quran. He did read it. I said, see, it was Allah who gave the land to the Jews. This is not your land. You should see his face. He was so excited, you know, like supposedly like he will play victim now, you know, like the Jews, they took our land. I said, this is not your land. It's Allah who gave it to the Jews. This is your Quran. Are you against the Quran? You should see how he said. Was so disappointed. He thought I'm going to say to him, the Bible says, etc. You know, well, he could not believe it. The Quran says so. Yes, your Quran. Read it. All right. Yeah. He was very disappointed. I feel sorry for him. Like his head was so so excited when he start asking, and then he was so unexcited when he did read his book. Yeah, but you know, those seminars are really costly, and I prefer not to do them. You know, a country like the Philippines is a poor country, with my love to all the poor people, which mean I have to pay for my ticket, for my hotels, for my travel, for everything, you know. Uh, and I mean, today we can do it in the internet. There's no need for me to go anywhere, right? It is costly, it is tiring, it takes too much work. And here we go. We can take it. We can do it here. Like we have now 1,000 people.